Hey, ladies and gentlemen, been getting a lot of questions about people's engines not being able to start. This is basically the engine cannot be started when the engine is hot. So they turn the key in the ignition in the morning, the engine is cold, engine starts up, no problem. They drive for a few minutes, go somewhere, go get some coffee, turn the ignition off, and when they come back out, the car won't start. And this is basically the engine cannot be started when the engine is hot, but will start after the engine has cooled. And if you want to see these kind of detailed, tailored troubleshooting tips for your vehicle, message me on Facebook under iRepair Autos for these types of detailed reports and step-by-step troubleshooting stuff for whatever your problem is. I take PayPal donations, whatever you think is fair. All right, so this is a known, semi-known issue in the Mercedes world, where engines, as they warm up, I wouldn't even say when they're hot, as they warm up to normal temperature, if you turn them off, they won't restart. And the problem could be two things. Hopefully it's the latter. But the first problem might be in your ECU. Your ECU has a problem where when it warms up, the certain pins that send 12 volts down to the fuel pump relay, it opens circuit and it doesn't send that voltage down to the relay. So that's the first thing, and it's looking for 12 volts. And using a voltage scanner, you basically put it in volts DC, and you put it on, and this is on the ML 164, the W164. It's also on the 272 and a lot of other Mercedes. You'll have to find your exact pin on your ECU, but it's pin 17 and pin 4. So doesn't matter which one you put it on, pin 17 and pin 4 on your ECU, and you're going to look for 12 volts DC. If no signal is found, no voltage is found, then you're going to check the wiring. And this is the painful part. You're going to check the wiring, but before you even check the wiring, I want you to jump into your trunk on the 164 or 272. And I want you to go into the rear SAM. And while you're in the rear SAM, you're going to look at and find the fuel pump relay. It's a very cheap part. It's like 15 to 20 bucks. And you're going to check that relay. But you're going to only do this if there's voltage coming out of pin 17 and pin 4. Those pins are coming out with voltage 12 volts DC, then that 12 volts DC should also be seen all the way back to the relay, and the relay is probably most likely bad. If the wiring checks out, it may be due to an open circuit in the ME control unit, right? So two things: you're going to check for the voltage in the pins on pin 17 and 4, and then you're going to also check the voltage all the way back to the same 12 volts back to the relay. If you're a repair shop trying to do this, you should have all the tools you need. If you're a do-it-yourselfer like most of you, using your iCarsoft scanner may not help you in this case. It's not gonna show any DTC codes or anything. You're gonna have to use a voltmeter. Pretty cheap. You can find these at Walmart or any other store, and you just put it in volts DC mode, and you check, and you're gonna check for the voltages in the front, like I mentioned, and also in the back. If your relay is bad, here are the reasons why your relay may burn out. Main one is over time your fuel pump may have been getting and pulling more power than it needed to because the fuel pump was failing and it had to work harder. That could wear out your relay. That's one of the main causes for why your relay will burn out, so to speak. Especially once it's warmed up. Once it's warmed up, it's not that the engine is now warm that's causing the problem. It's that the relay has warmed up. And when the relay, or when electrical components warm up, they tend to expand. And when they expand, those connections, those inner workings may get out of tolerance, and instead of having that connection for that voltage, you have an open circuit. So engine cannot be started when your engine is hot, but will start after the engine has cooled. That is one of the main reasons. Drives a lot of Mercedes drivers mad. They take it to the shop for diagnosis. They get to it. When they get to it, the engine's cooled off. It's hard to troubleshoot. You have to let the car run for a few minutes to more than a few minutes, where that fuel pump is sucking, warming up that relay. And a lot of guys will chase the problem, not really knowing how to test for it. So to test for it, you just check those pins 17 and 4. Look for 12 volts DC. Check the voltage at the back as well. Take out the relay. Put a new relay in. Car fires right up. Hopefully this helps. If you find these videos helpful, like, share, subscribe down below. If you want a detailed video for your problem on your car, feel free to drop me a note. iRepair Autos on Facebook Messenger. Get to you. I tend to take time to research problems and give detailed reports, including pinouts, specs, etc. for those people that leave me a small donation. It helps. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait until I come around to doing a video. Hopefully sooner than later, but there's so many videos to do. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully everyone's healthy, happy, and stress-free during this time. Thanks for watching. As always, everyone, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel if you find these videos helpful. What that does, it pushes my videos up in the search results so that other Mercedes owners, drivers, do-it-yourselfers can find them easier. Thanks and peace out.